tell me why every day I go out looking adorable, tits bouncing, skin glistening, and yet nobody ever hits on me or approaches me. Ever. Oh my god, like, please. I'll take a fucking construction worker catcall at this point. Please.
Kings, she's outside, daily, adorable, glistening, begging for a construction worker. This is what rock bottom looks like when the standard used to be 6 figures and a jawline. She went from selective to desperate in what appears to be a single summer. The men who would have approached her 3 years ago read the culture, adjusted their behavior, and kept their eyes forward. She's glistening into the void. The void is unbothered.
I don't know if it's just me or what, but this is the most single that I've ever been. No dates, no talking phases, phone just dry. Somebody was to call me right now, I already know who calling me. And although I am enjoying my peace, I have to admit it get lonely sometimes. So God, whatever you're doing in this season, please don't do it without me.
The phone is dry. God is being consulted, and the talking phase has left the building entirely. Kings, she's enjoying the peace she said she wanted, and discovering it comes with side effects nobody posted about. The silence she once called freedom now feels like being forgotten. A king who has built his life fully knows that solitude and loneliness are different experiences entirely. One is chosen, one is inherited. Know which one you're building toward.
My New Orleans ladies, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have any, like, where are the men? And I know you're like, no, babe, that's what we're asking you. But now I'm asking you, where are they? Because I've had like 3 seemingly good men respond to my call for single men in New Orleans. I don't understand. And I see some of you men looking at my videos and my profile and saving them. What are you waiting for? Send me a message. Stop being weird.
She put out a casting call for men. 3 showed up. She called them weird for not moving faster. Kings, the man who watched her content, saved it for motivation and didn't send an unsolicited message to a stranger, wasn't being weird. He was being reasonable. She accidentally confirmed exactly why men stopped approaching, because the first thing she did when 3 did respond was insult the behavior. Imagine summoning courage to approach a woman and she calls you weird for it. The courage doesn't make the return trip.
Stare a hole through you all night. They will not approach you, not once, but they'll stare you down.
I'm gonna give an example from me. I will not. I can't. I won't choose, right? Because we don't know who like us, and I don't want to be like, if I talk to you.
What was your question? Why?
Because she's saying, why do people not talk to them?
And that's what I asked earlier. It's like, okay, is there? Because you said you are laughing, you're giggling, you're having a good time.
We're giving off. You know? We're giving off the feminine energy,
cool.
and
cool.
They are actually not assholes. They're not.
But I think
bitches.
So they talk to you, they just don't proceed.
No, they don't even come up. It's
hold on, they don't come up.
No, like they'll stare.
Well, hold on, that ain't the type
stare a hole through you.
They're staring. They're interested. They're not moving. Kings, between a public rejection from someone who won't even smile and the 6-figure entry fee that apparently comes with the approach, the math stopped working in favor of walking over. A man who has built himself doesn't chase validation from a woman across a bar who hasn't indicated she's worth the risk. He moves when the signal is clear, not when the stare competition ends.
I'm such a hopeless romantic, and I really just want to have a cute meet cute. And I'm just like, can that even happen for me? Like, I feel like a lot of guys just don't approach me as a hijabi because, like, the respect thing and all that, which I honestly appreciate. But, like, at the end of the day, I'm still a girl. Like, can you holler at me too? Like, I want to meet cute, like, to tell my kids. Like, I can't have that. I feel like now all of us are just on the apps, and I actually despise the apps. Like, it's actually annoying. It's very exhausting. And I'm just like, someone can just, like a cute guy, like, comes to my DMs, like, someone approached me in person, like, I want a meet cute to tell people, and I can't because we met on the apps. Like, it gives me the ick.
She wants a meet cute for the story. She also hates the apps that replaced the story, and she hasn't approached anyone herself. Kings, a meet cute requires two people moving toward each other, not one person waiting with a story outline and hoping someone fills in the other character. The man who would have created that story is now reading the cultural room and keeping the story in his head. She's waiting for a leading role in a production nobody auditioned for.
Does male yearning exist anymore? Are there guys out there waiting by their phones, waiting for that girl to reply? Do guys make playlists for their crushes? I wish that was still a thing. Like when people would make like CD, like burners. Is that what it's called? It's a little before my time. Anyways, you guys feel like they have to be nonchalant now? Like, is that like a consensus? Do you guys talk about this? Why are we all acting like we don't care when we all definitely care? We all care, especially if we're really into someone. All to say, forget being nonchalant, forget being cool. Bring back male yearning. Tastefully spread the word. Because I do have a guy friend who gets a little attached. Like, he'll be talking to someone on Cup and he's like, this is my wife. And I'm like, all right, it's actually too much.
She wants the playlist, the mixtape, the man who's utterly consumed by her. Kings, we used to yearn. We made the playlists. We sat by the phone. We showed up with flowers and feelings and everything we had. The subject of our yearning called it clingy and left for someone who didn't care. The yearning got recalibrated. It didn't disappear. It just found a new target. The mission, the business, the craft, the life. And those things actually appreciated the investment.
Sister, the only way we're going to be able to get the real yearners back is if we start having fun. Once we as women start to go back to having fun, that's when we're going to get the ones that like to stand outside the club on your car, you know what I'm saying, patiently waiting on you. The ones that be on their knees begging, the yearners, the lovers. We got to get back to having fun, sisters. We do. We got to get back to having fun. You know what I'm saying? You would never know who's truly watching you if you are enjoying yourself. So if you are enjoying yourself, you are now floating at a certain frequency. So then that means the one that has seen you enjoy yourself and is attracted to the enjoyment would be in a better alignment than the one that has been observing you sit there based off of how you look and not what you were doing. Sisters, we can't get the yearners if we don't go out and have fun. We can't.
Have fun. Float at a certain frequency. Attract the alignment. Kings, somewhere between this woman's frequency theory and the previous woman's playlist request, is the same man, the one who was here 3 years ago, expressing interest, being told it was too much, and eventually finding more compatible frequencies elsewhere. He's still out there. He's just aligned differently now, with his gym, his craft, his brothers, his purpose, and that frequency is remarkably peaceful.
I am genuinely so tired of being single. And I get it, don't get me wrong, being single is so fun. I've been single for how long? I get it. But I'm tired. Wrap it up, get in band. I'm sick of it. I don't want to do this anymore. How many L's do I have to take? How many more L's do I have to take is what I should say. Like 2 or 3, I could do that. 5, 6, I don't know. Should I give up? I don't know. Let me know.
How many L's is too many L's? Kings, the L's keep coming because the men she wants don't want her and she doesn't want the men who do. That's not bad luck. That's a targeting problem. A king who has done his inner work selects with full information, full discernment, and full intention. He doesn't take L's because he doesn't enter situations he hasn't assessed. Know what you're walking into before you walk in.
Guys, I'm tired of pretending like I'm single by choice. Because I'm not. I just simply cannot pull anyone. Nada. Zero. Absolutely no. I have no relationships. I have no situationships. I have no one that I'm talking to. I just be going outside and coming back the way I left the house. I have nothing in that area. Partly because I'm a really bad texter, and secondly is because I just cannot pull anyone to save my life. So when people look at me and they're like, damn, you're single, no one does this, I just tend to look at myself and I'm like, damn, you're single. I simply have to remind myself, yes, I can't even take the pleasure of saying that I'm single by choice, because I'm not. I have no choice.
She goes outside, comes back the same way she left, describes it accurately as simply not being chosen. Kings, at least she's honest about it. The women who can't pull anyone but claim they're just being selective are the same women who eventually record this video in private, and the algorithm delivers it to everyone. The honesty in this clip is more valuable than the performance in the previous one. Know where you actually stand in any situation. Self-awareness is the beginning of real growth.
I am so glad I am, getting my PhD and I didn't, stop getting educated. But I am so envious of the people that are my age that have a family and kids. There's just something about the idea of having a husband that I really want that. And it makes me feel really sad and lonely that I don't have it. And this one might just be my own opinion, but I think the more educated you get as a female, the dating pool shrinks and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller in comparison to a man. The more educated and successful he gets, his dating pool just completely expands. But I find as an educated woman that men hate smart girls. I didn't struggle when I was younger to, date, but now I find it very, very hard to find somebody that, number one, wants to date me and that I also want to date. Career-wise, my life is going pretty good, but my dating life literally sucks. It is.
The PhD is coming. The husband is not. Kings, she believes men hate smart women. What's actually true is that men who have built themselves prefer women who are warm, feminine, and genuinely interested in them, regardless of education level. The degree isn't the problem. The energy that sometimes accompanies the degree is. A king doesn't hate intelligence. He just doesn't want to debate his authority in his own relationship. There's a difference between a smart woman and a woman who needs to be the smartest person in every room. One is attractive. One is exhausting.
If there are no men in your DMs, okay? No one's in your DMs, no one's hitting you up. When you go to the club, no one's chatting to you, you're getting no attention. Sis, you're on the right track. I'm telling you, you are on the right track. Because you know why? Especially if you're a pretty girl. You know you're a pretty girl. You know you're good looking. You're put together, everything like that. And no one's approaching you. It's because you're giving off the energy that you're not to be messed with. Think about it. Men are very sensible, okay? They may act like they're not, but they're very sensible. And they know a good woman from a mile off. They know who they can mess with. They know who they can get away with stuff with. And they know who's not to be messed with. And you are not one to be messed with. And they can see that from a mile off. So they're like, nah, not approaching that. Nah, not even going to try my luck with that, because what's the point? They're going to try their luck with women that they think that they can get. They don't think they can get you, and that's a great thing. And keep on doing what you're doing, okay?
She repackaged invisibility as exclusivity and sold it to herself. Kings, this is what happens when self-help content meets a situation that needs self-reflection instead. Nobody's approaching her. Instead of asking why, she decided it means she's too good to approach. A king is honest with himself about where he stands in any market he participates in. Not to be cruel, to be useful. You can't improve what you won't accurately assess.
I'm at a point in my life now when it comes to dating, if the next man that talks to me isn't willing to suck the fart out of my asshole, I don't want him. I'm not even into that. That's not even me king shaming, but I need to know on a baseline after meeting me that that's your level obsessed with me that you are, because I don't have another talking stage in me. I have so much peace at my house. So unless you're willing to be get down on your knees on all fours to do so gladly and happily, please don't disturb my peace.
It is so embarrassing to like men. It is actually so unbelievably embarrassing to like men. I'm so over it. am trying to protect my peace, okay? I'm chilling, maxing, relaxing, all cool. You know, maybe shooting some people outside of school. Alone. Having a good, grand old time. I'll allow a man to take down my do not disturb sign so that I, you know, just to see if things are a little better, okay? And guess what? They're not. They're not! I'm embarrassed! I'm embarrassed. What do you mean that you're gonna ask for my number? Talk this whole big game and then ghost me after like 3 text messages? You're not gonna text me back, bro? You're gonna do me like that? No. No. Check yourself.
The current dating pool for us women is literally porn addicts, men that are insecure and constantly need reassuring, overgiving emotional labor because they're highly sensitive. You have the gym bros that are the narcissists. You have the fearful or dismissive avoidant guys that are emotionally distant and unavailable. You can put in that basket people that are dating multiple people, people that are just divorcing or divorced, people that are rebounding and using others, right? And you still have the performative woke men that are still treating women like shit. Oh, and you have the good guys, of course, the good guys that are probably hiding. So it's not your fault. You just didn't have a choice. You still don't have the choice.
First, she needed proof of obsession before she'd lower her do not disturb sign. Then she lowered it, got 3 texts, got ghosted, and concluded that every man in the dating pool is broken except for the ones hiding. The good men aren't hiding. They built lives that don't include waiting to be summoned. They're in the gym at 6 a.m. They're building their business. They're in their brotherhood. They're living fully without the do not disturb sign because they don't need to be protected from their own life. She's been describing the problem for 6 minutes while sitting inside it. A king who has built himself properly doesn't hide. He simply stops volunteering for a waiting list he was never told he was on. Build your life, King. Be impossible to ignore, and let the do not disturb signs sort themselves out. Drop a like, share this with a king who needs to hear it. Subscribe and walk with us. See you in the next one.